Good morning, children. I hope you're following the lesson matter. In the last classes, we learned the properties of solid liquids. Today, we understand the properties of gases. Gases have neither definite shape nor fixed volume, but it takes the volume of the container and also the shape of the container. And we learnt in the last classes why liquids have no definite shape but fixed volume, and why solids have definite shape and fixed volume. It's all because of the arrangement of molecules in the matter. We know all these three are different states of matter. The shape and the volume of the particular matter depends on the arrangement of molecules in it. Now, the arrangement of molecules in gases are very far. That means they are loosely packed, very loosely packed. So, as I explained in the last two properties, here also the intermolecular space between the molecule of any gas is more. As the space is more, it does not attract each other. So, the intermolecular force of attraction is also very less. And what is force? I said pulling or pushing of the nearby particle is not at all there, and it has enough space to move from its place and in random movement. What do you mean by random movement? Anywhere as it wishes. No particular thing. Anywhere it can move this particular particle, and as it moves very freely and it collide with the container, the container. So when it collide, then it breaks it and comes out of it and takes the entire part of it. It collides and it gets the force and it comes back, and like that it moves freely in the container and take the shape of the container and also take the space of the whole container. If you put 100 ml of any centimeter cube of any gas in one container which has the capacity of 100 centimeter cube, it will fill it. And if the same 100 centimeter cube of any gas is filled in 1 liter container, it also fills the whole space of the container. So 100 centimeter cube can fill the 1000 centimeter cube of the container. It says that it does not have any fixed volume. We know that it does not have any fixed shape. It takes the shape of the container, and also it does not have any fixed volume also. It is all because of the intermolecular space very high and intermolecular force is very less, and it can flow from one place to other place very easily. So fluidity is there like liquid. More than liquid, it can move freely and takes the whole space which it gets. Now, because of this very low density, very light weight, what is density? Already I have explained. Mass upon volume. The mass is very less but the volume is very high. So particles can take more space, the density is very less. So because of the less density, it can freely move, lightweight. So in gases, there you can find one process that is called diffusion. What is diffusion? Diffusion means movement of molecules from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. Movement of molecules from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. With simple example, I'll explain to you. If one person sprays any perfume in one room, and the smell of that perfume can fill that room, and also it fills the next room where where it can fill. So the movement of that gaseous particles fills that particular room and also moves to the other room, and it mixes in the whole area which it can. So that is called diffusion. Movement of higher concentration to the lower concentration. Particles move from the higher concentration to the lower concentration. So gases can do very well this. Mixing of two gases is called diffusion. Two or more gases. So gases have less density, and this less density helps the gases to have the diffusion. So these are the properties of gases. In your book, it is given in page number 13. Go through it and understand it. And one example is given in your book, that also I will explain. You take a bottle and put a balloon on the mouth of that bottle and fix it well. And heat the bottle with a flame. When the bottle gets warm, and we all know that bottle is not empty but it is filled with gases. So the air which is filled in the bottle gets warmed, and because of the heat it started moving from its place to other places. It expands and expands, and it comes up and try to leave the bottle. When it tries to leave the bottle, it fills the balloon with that warm air. So you can see that the balloon is filled with air. So it shows that air, that means gases, expands on heating very high level. Easily it expands and it tries to come out of the container. So these are the properties of gases. So gases can diffuse, gases expand easily, and when it is heated. Now, the next part of the lesson is kinetic theory of matter. So, in the next class, I will explain the kinetic theory of matter along with the next part of that. So, today, this much you try to understand what is diffusion and what are the properties of gases, and all three properties of matter, the states of matter, liquids and gases, and the properties of solid, liquids and gases. It differs, it is because of the arrangement of molecules in each state. So in solid it is closely packed, in liquid little far, but in gases it is very far, very loosely packed. These arrangements only makes a difference in the states of matter. And in the next class I will explain what is kinetic theory.